Hey everyone, today I've been working on a groove that utilizes closing the hi-hat with your foot, implementing that into a basic groove, and then also using that in a soloistic type phrase. So there are three different levels I've created to work on progression of this technique. And the first level is very basic. It's just keeping a basic rock beat. So the only rule here is that I use the bass drum, snare and drum, and hi-hat only. I play two measures in 4/4 time. I'm closing the hi-hat with the foot on beat 1, also the of 1 in the second measure. And when I'm closing the hi-hat with the foot, that's the only thing that happens during that subdivision of the beat. So that hi-hat with the foot gets that subdivision all to itself. Let's take a listen to that. The second part of the process is to do the same thing, except this time, instead of just limiting myself to hi-hat, snare, and bass, I'm going to go ahead and use some of the toms, maybe use a couple of crashes, and in general I can play a little bit more syncopated, but I'm still going to adhere to that second measure, close the hi-hat with the foot on 1, of 1. And so now we arrive at the third and final step of the process, and this is when I try to open things up and play more soloistic. Try to play a 4-bar phrase in 4/4 time, and the goal here is to implement that idea of the closing the hi-hat with a foot at least somewhere in the phrase, and it may not start on 1. It may start on the and of 1, may start on the and of 3, but the duration between the two hi-hats will remain the same.